Hi, I'm Andre Faust. Today's date is November 28th, 2018. Ambient temperature plus 2 degrees and overcast. The time is Atlantic Standard Daylight Saving Time, 10:30 in the morning. So, I'm just getting things ready here. I'm just checking out my telemetry before I do my liftoff, and everything looks good. I don't see any things that could cause me problems. So I'm now powering up, and we're gaining elevation. Let's just do a quick little check before I start the climb. And this big old jack pine there is about, I don't know, probably 60 feet. And I'm moving up quite rapid. In the background, you're seeing the experimental farm and, of course, the great St. John River that we have to look after. And, of course, we've had a couple cold snaps, so you see bits and pieces of ice floating down the river. And what I'm doing, I'm going over the river, but I don't want to get out too far. In the event that something goes wrong with the drone, if it goes into the drink, I'll lose it. By the time I get my scuba gear on, it could drift downriver, and there'd be no way of finding it. In the far background, Princess Margaret Bridge, but take note, you'll notice that the clouds are low, and you can see the edge of the cloud, the threshold. At this time, my neighbor comes over, and we're starting into a conversation, so I'm not paying too much attention. Every once in a while, I'll glance at my FPV, first-person view, just to see where I'm at. And anyway, I do the la-di-da-di-da talk with the neighbor. In the background is our wetlands. A while back, I did a video talking about how we could contaminate that wetland and the consequences of that contamination. My neighbor is also very environmentally conscious, and we're talking about climate change. And of course, when you talk climate change, you talk about old man Trump. Now, I'm noticing this because I'm doing the talk over as I'm viewing the video. I mean, I'm doing post-production here. I won't lie about that. So I'm almost at the threshold of where the clouds begin. And of course, I didn't notice it at the time, so I don't know what my altitude was at that particular time. So I'm carrying more of a conversation, not paying attention, which is not a cool thing to do when you're flying a drone. You should always keep your attention focused, because things can happen, and if you're not on the ball, it can get passive, like what happened here. Basically, what happened is that I exceeded my 400 feet ceiling. Plus, I live in a no-fly zone, at the threshold of a no-fly zone. So that's really important that I stay within the heights. But it's about right here where I noticed the clouds. It looks like fog, but trust me, it's a cloud. When I realized that, I looked at my telemetry, and it told me that I was 640, 650 feet in altitude. Well, I didn't. I just did a quick pan around, is what you can see here, because since I'm up there, I might as well record it to memory. So I've now realized that, so I start my descent. I don't want to be up there for too long in the dark, in the clouds. I can't see the drone work. Could I see any aircraft, if there was any aircraft's presence? So now I'm heading upriver, just to look about. Again, I use these videos as references in the future to see, what the weather was like on a particular date. So I did a 180 turnabout, and I'm heading back home. That little fellow there you see, that was below me and the dog. And I'm getting ready for a descent. I'm thinking it through, because I've got to negotiate some trees. And, trees are probably one of the drone's worst enemies. Branches can get you, all kinds of bad things. Trees hates drones, there's no question about it. So I'm doing my descent, and I'm keeping an eye. I'm paying very close attention. There's old Mongrel Mutt, my neighbor, in the background by the picnic table, and the cool guy. Of course, I don't need to say who that is. Now, Mongrel Mutt, Tuesday, he's not too bothered by the drone. Now I'm coming in for my final approach, And like I said, the dog isn't too keen. No, he's gonna come, probably try to sniff on the blade. Hopefully he doesn't raise a leg and do you know what. So I'm there, I've landed, successful. Thanks, till next time.